Hi, I am happy because I got it figured out. Okay, so you can basically see, basically my whole body in most shots. I'll just be really mindful of that. Wonderful. Well, we have a jam-packed session today, and essentially I am offering this because it's a great time as we're going into the new year to heal relationships, to have a fresh slate. And this one, a lot of people are sick. So this is the physical healing, mental, emotional, spiritual healings that can come from this. And it is a vinyasa for practitioners who have an awareness of your body, your need for props, poses, cues. So it's going to be a slightly faster flow. And there are a lot of, and I'm going to demonstrate, eagle arms. Oh, okay, well, where are we going to put that thing? Eagle arm forward folds. I'm going to put this over here. There we go. So whether it's your left under your right, as you're seeing now, and then you're going to be folding forward. And sometimes just having a normal forward fold, and then crossing your arms, coming up for half lift with the arms, and then going back down. There's a lot of that weaved throughout the vinyasa flow. And when I'm doing this, it's essentially a bow. Okay, there's a lot of compression, a lot of getting out things that can get stuck in our lymph nodes, energetically or physically. And so every time we go through this, I'm offering for you to think of bowing to the relationship that you're healing, whether it's with yourself or with another person. Bow and honor that and let it go. Okay, great. So we're going to get started, and I'm very excited that we're doing this today. And I would like to offer up for us to start with a Kapalabhati. And we're going to come with our feet hip width apart, bringing the fingertips to the shoulders and having, the arms perpendicular to our spine, so just straight out. Taking a deep breath in, letting it go, deep breath in. And as you inhale, you're going to lift up through the back of your spine, and exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Kapalabhati is the skull shining breath, and it is in and out of the nose. As you continue to do that, keep doing it. Really feel the belly go like on your exhale, really pushing that out through your nose, out and in through the nasal. You can start as slow or as fast as you like. All right, now you're going to bring your hands to touch in the center, keeping up the twist, raising them above your head. So then the twists become a little shorter, right? There's not as much torque, and so you're going to be going a little bit faster. And feel free to keep your eyes closed if this helps, just to help stabilize and go inward. You can picture yourself like a candle flame. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Kind of flowing slowly down. And taking a sip of water, or I need a little bit of a tissue here. Last time, I just did it right in the thing, so I'm going to try and cover it up this time. All right, wonderful. It's really a great way to start an active class to kind of activate the energy, and you're already starting with the compression, with the twists, and getting everything out and centered. Go ahead and bring your hips, well, see if they can touch. Your toes and your heels to touch. Reach on up, inhale, exhale, touch fingertips, the outer edge of the palms, and the thumb to the sternum. And let's begin with an intention for class, a sankalpa. Hopefully the breathing exercise already begins to energize those little tingly sensations that you'll feel. This is a sequence specifically written by Michelle Young in our 300-hour yoga teacher training at my Vinyasa practice for healing relationships. I do kind of improvise a little bit, but it is essentially that. And I'm offering that intention to heal. What does that mean? What does that mean for you? Going inward, whatever is not resonating with your highest good, with your lowest good, low vibration is in tune with the earth. That's what we're healing as far as releasing what does not serve and bringing in that love to fill that space. And whatever is supposed to replace it on an energetic level, let it happen naturally. Wonderful. Now you can start in the middle of your mat facing one way. I'm going to try and keep an eye as far as, seeing the view of the body, just so that you've got a good view. We're going to start with a Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, bring your arms and your fingertips up to touch. And exhale, center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, really squeeze the shoulder blades together and extend through the top of the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming into plank. Exhale, bringing your knees to touch for 8, down to the mat for 8-limbed pose. So essentially your chest, your butt stays up, your hips elevated, you've got your shoulders connected and your hands and your chin. Gauge the core. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Coming on up, let's just go into a tabletop. Inhale, cow, rounding the spine down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Curl the toes under. We're going straight into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Go ahead and pedal it out. And then really find that extension in the spine, feeling the energy from the palms to the sacrum, down to the heels, into the earth. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Exhale, step, hop, or float. feet to hands. Forward fold. Inhale, roll up. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, coming down to center. Okay, good. Forward fold. Inhale. Hands can come to the shins, squeezing the shoulder blades, halfway lift. Exhale, coming down into plank, and then lowering all the way to 8-limbed pose. Inhale. One more natural tabletop. Inhale, reaching up with the head and the sacrum. Exhale, rounding over. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale, come on up and exhale into downward dog. Wonderful. We're doing good. Inhale, gaze to the top of the mat. Step, hopper, float. Feet to hands, forward fold. All right, inhale. Kind of rounding, I can't see. Turning the pinkies inward. Up for extended mountain pose. We're going to have a little mini back bend. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center, all the way down, forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Into plank, slowly lowering down for 8-limbed pose. Inhale. Up to tabletop. Exhale, meet in downward dog. Inhale, gaze at the top of the mat. Exhale, step, hopper, float. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, mini back bend. Inhale, reach up for Tadasana. Exhale, coming on down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, back in a plank one more time. Slowly lowering for 8-limbed pose. Inhale, up in a tabletop. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, gaze. Exhale, step, hopper, float. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. You can have your palms touching, reaching for that mini back bend. Take a deep breath and exhale one more time. Inhale up into Tadasana. Exhale, extend the arms out nice and long on the sides, squeezing the shoulder blades, engage the core, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming into plank. Now we're going to do Chaturanga Dandasana. So squeeze the elbows in. There we go. All the way down, lowering onto the belly, tops of the feet to the mat. You can press up into Cobra, or you can do Mini Cobra. And you're just pressing into the tops of the feet and lifting the hands up off the mat. So whatever you feel is you're ready for. Deep breath in, exhale, release. Coming up into plank, back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale, step, hopper, float. Just wondering. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, I think that'll work better. Extended mountain pose. Exhale, mini back bend. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath here. And if you can relax and find some broadening in the collarbone and to the chest, naturally shine the heart forward. Okay, wonderful. Beautiful. So what we're going to do now are some low lunges, Anjaneyasana. We're going to have this over here into like a low lunge vinyasa. All right, so we're going to have the right leg forward, step it back with the left leg. And for this, you can have it all the way on the ball of your foot and as far back as you're comfortable for Anjaneyasana. All right, and as you're breathing, make sure that your knee is right over the ankle and not beyond. Okay. There we go. You can tee out the arms, and we're going to come with your left arm on the inside of your foot, your right foot, and twisting open for Parivrita Anjaneyasana. You can have your head relaxed, looking up at the ceiling. All right, inhale, coming back up. Now, we're going to lower onto our knee, and we're going to do it one more time. Inhale, exhale. You can tee out, and you can do the same sort of twist, or on this one, feel free to grab your foot in the back. Good, and go ahead and release. Lift back up into crescent lunge. All right. Exhale, bring your hands down on either side of the mat, on the mat on either side of the foot, and stretch out that front leg. And you can have your foot flexed or flush with the mat. And then go ahead and release. Inhale. And straighten. Exhale. Release. Wonderful. One more time. Inhale, straighten. Wondering if you can see. Okay. Good. Exhale. Release. And bring your left foot to meet your right. And we're going to do eagle arms right underneath the left, forward fold. And then, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale. Forward fold, release. Left under right for eagle arms. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the arms all together. Come on up for Tadasana. Okay, doing good. Great. Now, we're going to do that one more time on the left. Bring the right leg back. Coming into crescent lunge, not low lunge, for Anjaneyasana. It's funny, sometimes I get the Sanskrit right, but mess up the English. Inhale, exhale, tee out the arms. Bring the right to the mat. Exhale, open up. Enjoy. Inhale, coming back up to center. And then exhale down for low lunge. Inhale, arms up. Again, you have the option to tee out and twist open, or to brace yourself on your front leg, your left leg, and reach back and grab that back foot. Good. Release. Coming back up to crescent lunge. And you can leave your hands here. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, forward. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, forward. Inhale, straighten one more time. Exhale, forward. Bring the right leg to meet the left. Left arm under the right this time. For eagle arms, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You're going to release, switch, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, release, and coming all the way up in the knees, swoop it up for Tadasana. Very good. Exhale, bring the arms down, and we're going to go ahead and move into a chair pose. So inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bring it down for chair. Utkatasana. Inhale, you're reaching up straight. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Squatting down even more with the compression in the belly. Bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee for revolved Utkatasana. Inhale, exhale, release, reach on up, and then exhale your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Inhale, release, coming up, sitting into chair. And then inhale for Tadasana, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, all the way back to plank. And you're going to come into 8-limb pose or Chaturanga Dandasana, whichever you find more suitable for you. And inhale into upward dog. Exhale, curl the toes. Coming on back for down dog. Inhale, gaze up at the top of the mat. Step, hopper, float. And coming into a little yogic squat here for a minute. Back into your intention. What is your sankalpa? What does that mean for you to heal? Heal relationships. Wonderful. All right, release the hands. Bring your feet to touch. Coming all the way up to Tadasana. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, mini back bend. Back to center, coming on down, forward fold. Bring your right arm underneath your left for Gavardhasana arms. So you've got it underneath your elbow and touching at the wrists, squeezing in, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and release the arms. Go ahead and left under right, eagle arms, forward fold. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You're bowing to the Great One within all of us. Release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming all the way back to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Very good. Inhale, reach up with your right leg. Exhale, bring it in, knee towards the nose. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale to the outside elbow of your right arm. Inhale, reach it back up. Exhale, cross it over, reaching towards your left elbow. Inhale up. Exhale, coming in for warrior one. So bringing up that left leg and raising on up. Your pelvis is going to be facing towards the top corner of the mat. And essentially, you really want a solid stance here. Inhale, you're going to really reach up, shift your weight into your front leg. We're coming in for warrior three. So I'm going to hop back so you can see. As you shift your weight, your hips are still square to the mat, and you're going to have your arms extended or hands to heart center. Your standing leg can be as bent as you want, but essentially you want all this activation in the back leg. Okay, keep going. Inhale, exhale, hands to the mat, point the toe, standing splits. And then take a deep breath in, lower your leg to meet the other. Right leg, right arm underneath the left, forward fold. Inhale, swoop, change the arms, forward fold. Inhale, release for halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, Tadasana. Okay, so before we do that again on the other side, we're going to work on eagle. So grab your block. Oh yeah, this is good. We're going to do right over left. So put your block next to your left leg, probably short wise. Okay, inhale, bring your hands up to center. Exhale, right leg over underneath, right arm under the left. Squat down kind of in a chair pose, and you're going to bring your right leg over your left, and you can place your foot on the block just to stabilize and coming down into a deeper eagle pose. Inhale, go ahead and release. And hands to heart center. Wonderful. Go ahead and move the block to the side. We're going to come into one more sun A. So into mountain, into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, coming into plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. This time, inhale, lifting the left leg. And exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, left knee to the outside of the left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, cross it over. Good. Inhale, up, reach. Exhale, bringing it all the way up for warrior one. So adjusting the width of your feet so that your back leg is slightly pointed out and you have a nice sturdy stance. Whew, for warrior one. Wonderful. Take a breath here. We know we're going from warrior one to warrior three. So I'm going to back up a little. Finding the balance. Inhale, reach. Yeah, I think this worked. Exhale, coming into warrior three. All of the activation in the back leg. Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, okay. There you go. And then exhale, standing splits. Lowering the arms down, lifting the back leg even more. Exhale, your right foot meets your left. And we're going to come into Garudasana on the other side, on the left side. You can grab a sip of water if you'd like. Wonderful. Okay. That's a good point. So next to your right leg, inhale, bring the palms up. Exhale. Wait, I'm doing this opposite for a second because I'm confused. Left arm under the right arm. Squeezing. If this isn't available, you can always grab your shoulders. Most of you know this. I wanted to send a reminder. Sink into your chair, bringing the left leg over the right knee, stabilizing on the block. And then coming into your eagle pose, your Garudasana. Go ahead and release on your next inhale. Moving the block to the side. Coming in and down for a nice forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to come all the way down to the ground, actually, into a nice toe squat. There we go. We've done all this compression, the bowing, the twisting, all of that, healing and releasing some toxins out of our system. All the things that do not serve. Now we're going to get ready for a little bit of back strengthening into some heart openings. All right, so let's come into kind of deviating off of this sequence a little bit here, because I too am also honoring my own body in this moment, and I too, like so many, am healing from some sort of thing. So we're gonna come down into our belly. That's what we're gonna do. All the way down. Hopefully you can see me. Okay. Let's do a little bit of back strengtheners to get us ready for the really big heart openers. Bring your forehead to the mat. Your feet come to touch. You've got your hands underneath your shoulders. Taking a deep exhale out of the mouth. On your inhale, you're going to lift up all four limbs for locust. And you're kind of energetically squeezing your legs together. And you have your neck at a neutral position. And exhale, release. And you can put your cheek to the mat and bring your arms to your side. And if you want, you can windshield wiper out your feet, your legs. Okay, bring them down. Forehead to the mat again. Bring your cross opposite fingers behind your head. When your elbows are out, take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. You're lifting your legs off the mat. You're lifting your elbows outward. Exhale, release. Bring your arms down to your side, opposite cheek to the mat. Feel free to windshield wiper. Wonderful. All right, now slowly come on up into sitting on the hips to heels. Take a sip of water if you'd like. Okay, we're going to do Ustrasana. And the camel pose can be a little tricky, so you can always use a block on your, in between your buttocks and your heels, and that gives low back support and also just helps guide you up. And then you can leave the block there, or you can bring both blocks to your sides as you're working essentially your torso, your upper thoracic. So you're not doing this with your lower lumbar, right? We want it coming up in the like upper mid thoracic. So you can have your toes curled, and you're going to be reaching for the back of your heels, right? Or you can use the blocks. Reach for the blocks. Wherever, you can also have your toes down. See, for me, I would have to go all the way back, and then I'd have to come up, and I'm just not quite ready for that. So you really do want to make sure this is coming from your upper to mid thoracic. And go ahead and use what you need to have that in your body, the alignment. You can have your head all the way back. You can have it neutral with your spine. Inhale, coming up to center. Exhale, lowering back into the toe squat. Hips to heels, where you have your toes bent underneath you. If it's too intense, use a block. That feels nice. It actually adds a little bit to the sensation for me. So whatever feels good and right for you. All right, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana for bridge. We're going to come onto our back. I love bridge. Now, if you want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana, which is full wheel pose, feel free to do that. But I'm going to cue, hopefully you can see. It's a little weird. Okay, there we go. Some bridge pose. So you're going to have all four corners of your feet on the mat, and your arms are down at your side, and your hips kind of scooching towards your heels. And what we're going to do is place your palms on the mat. Deep breath in and exhale. Slowly lift from your glutes, from your hamstrings. You're lifting your lower back up. And if you want to take a bind underneath, you can roll your shoulders in a little bit, cross your fingers, roll it out. Yeah, I think that, yeah, there we go. If you have a bind, release it, pressing the palms into the mat, and then lowering down one vertebrae at a time all the way. You can open your knees up if you'd like. Relax. So let's bridge one. We're going to do it 3 times. Now, I would like to cue a wheel in between. If you have a strong wheel practice, you can do it for all 3 times. We're going to do a wheel in between the 2 bridges. This is an intense heart opener as well as entire spinal opener, and it's absolutely amazing. So, what we're going to do, using a block, you can have it underneath you if you would like, underneath your sacrum, just to help with the lift. But essentially, you're going to be raising up all the way off of the block. So, you're going to have your hands on your mat, because my mat is turned. I'm just going to turn with it so that I don't slip on the slippery wood floor. All right, wonderful. When your fingertips are towards your shoulders, essentially, towards your feet, you are going to energize your feet and your hands. Take a deep breath in, really pressing into your feet and your hands. Exhale, inhale, really pressing, exhale. Your next inhale, you're just going to go for it. Then coming on slowly down. If you have the block, you're going to be landing back onto the block and then slowly remove it out from under you all the way down. All right, wonderful. The important thing for wheel is like essentially you're aiming for straight elbows and for your heart to shine towards your hands, to really have that openness. And that's a big part of wheel. Really shining your heart open. Back for the third bridge, coming, and you're going to plant your feet towards your glutes, your buttocks. Placing and pressing your palms into Mother Earth. And you're going to take a deep breath in. Exhale. Lift all the way as high as you can. You'll feel the activation in your quads. You're going to feel the activation all the way through your toes and your hands. Feel free to do an opposite bind if you would like. And then exhale, lower slowly all the way down. And your toes and heels can come to touch as you open up your knees a little bit and have your palms facing the universe. So this is the filling it up part. We've released all these things. Now we're filling ourselves up with love. We're being vulnerable to the universe, to each other, to ourselves. And when you've had enough of all of that, you're going to bring your hands underneath your knees and take a few rock and rolls and come all the way up to seated. Oh, look at the time. Go ahead and take a sip of water. All right. Good. Perfect time. Okay. Let's do a little boat pose. And then we're going to come into half pigeon. So right now, let's do Navasana. You want to come into your sits bones. You can kind of move some flesh out and just really have a good connection. Make sure your spine is nice and tall and straight. Your shoulders are open and rolled back, relaxed. Lift your feet up off the mat. You're going to look like a little ladle right here. Now you can have your hands underneath your legs. You can reach out just straight. You can reach out like up and out. You're saying to the universe, this is what I want. This is what I want for my relationship. And you can have your feet up and straightened, or you can have your knees bent. One more deep breath. Exhale. Go ahead and release. Coming into a little butterfly real quick before we go into, there we go, into half pigeon. So your heels and toes come to touch. And you can wrap your fingers around your toes to help you have a straight spine. And you can roll and do whatever organic movements feel good for you. All right. Now for Ekapada Rajakapatasana. Half pigeon. Coming onto your knees. Bringing your right leg up, your right knee, up to your right wrist. And you're essentially going to have this top leg aiming to be parallel to the mat. You're going to have a very straight leg back. Make sure you double check. And for this, feel free to use a block to to help support back in the back or in the front. You're going to come into, you can have your hands on the mat. You're going to come into your pose on this one. I love starting up straight and tall, really getting that nice, deep stretch in the front of the extended leg, all the way up in that hip flexor, and then sinking down and relaxing into this a little bit. It's what they call sleeping pigeon, which we're about to do Shavasana. So, getting into that relaxed mental state is very nice. This is the trust that comes with healing. And at any point, if you feel like having another stretch in the back and reaching for that back foot, like we did in the beginning in Anjaneyasana, low lunge, feel free to do that again. All right, lifting all the way up. You're going to curl your toes, lift that back leg. Go ahead and shake the front leg out, the right leg. Shake it. And then bring your left knee up, helping out that leg, the shin to be straight, checking back to your foot. You want to just make sure everything's nice and aligned. If you used a block underneath the first time, go for it. Noticing any sensations that you feel, any differences between the two sides. And also at this point in the practice, and feel free to grab the back foot if you'd like. Coming all the way up, curling the toes of the back leg, lifting and releasing the front leg, shake it out. Coming down into tabletop, real quick. Inhale a nice cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral. You notice anything from the beginning of class? Right. Okay. All right. So we're going to do some going all the way back to our back. Some supine twist. Go ahead and have your knees, squeeze them into your chest. Release them on one side and look to the opposite. Go ahead, release your Ujjayi breath. Bring your knees up to the center, give them a squeeze, and put them to the opposite side, looking over the opposite shoulder. And then give them a nice squeeze in the center, and feel free to do some happy baby before we come right into Shavasana. Maybe some ninja baby. And as you relax into the last pose of class, come back to your sankalpa and really give yourself a lot of happy, affirmative thoughts for showing up, doing the work, letting go of all that does not serve, allowing yourself to be empty, and then allowing yourself to be filled with pure love. Allow yourself to go deeply into Shavasana. And I am going to end class with a little mantra. So you can come into seated or just stay deep into your Shavasana. Whatever serves you in this purpose. If you're going to be able to relax, keep relaxing. Allow the energy to melt. If you need to be up, come on up. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Aum. 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 Shanti, shanti, shanti. Thank you for being here today. May the light in me see, know, and honor the light in each and every one of you. Namaste.